Hi, Soul Urge 2s. Welcome back to Destiny Digits. So, your Soul Urge talks about what motivates you, what pushes you, what drives you, what is your soul yearning for. And so, when 2 is the energy of your soul's urge, that means relationships and love and partnerships and union are like your thing. They are significant. Your soul is being called to have significant relationships in life, right? You're peaceful and sensitive, and you balance your energy and the energies of others very well. You're romantic and diplomatic, and so, love. It's an honor to be in your company, too. First card out is Take Time to Breathe Out, Disseminating Moon. All right. And so, 2s, take time to breathe out. What are you taking this breath for? What have you felt like you just overcame? What have you gone through? It doesn't have to be good or bad, but it required a certain amount of energy. And so you kind of now need to use your energy to settle yourself and to stabilize yourself. So we'll see more about that. Next, we have conclusions are within reach. Okay, so Spirit's saying take time to breathe out. You can't see everything, but what you need is approaching, So there is something that's coming to an end, something that needs to close. And maybe that's the anticipation. Maybe that could be the anxiety or the thing that makes you feel like you don't have vision. You can't see. Oh, you can't see what lies ahead, but guess what lies ahead? Prosperity lies ahead. Oh my goodness, 2s. Show the world the real you. That's at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what is going on? Let's keep going. Let's see how this thing unfolds. All right, show the world the real you. Conclusions are within reach. Prosperity lies ahead. All right. This is exciting. But at this point, you're in the stage of relaxation. Oh, we have gratitude. So what happened? What did you make it through? And what are you now like? Oh, thank goodness that worked out. I'm so grateful. I love the way, Then we have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So these conclusions that were within reach includes grief. And so let me just say this, sometimes a loss of any kind, that's an energy that is pulled away. And so energies are fluid. They come and they go. It's continuous. And so when something is taken from us in any way, an energy will come to fill that space, right? And so let's just spend time on this for a second. It says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. When something leaves, I think that's where we can give an assessment of our experience with that person, place, or thing, and we can find the value that it brought to our life, right? But everything has a season, unfortunately. Everything has a season. And our fragile body expires every day. It's getting close to the final date of expiration. And so we have to really find value in all of our experiences, no matter what. We have to find the value in them because we'll never have them again, right? So we should cherish them. We should collect all the wisdom that we've gained from them and release all the things that pull us down, or bring us some type of discomfort. But yeah. All right, let's keep going, 2s. Oh, never mind. We were already at the bottom of the deck. Hold on. I kind of made that card go there. I didn't mean that. So let's just talk about it. This one kind of flipped out, but it says denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So we'll see if this plays in, but let's just take note of that. And at the bottom of the deck, we have humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yeah. And, 2s, you are very diplomatic, And so even when life seems to be a challenge or a struggle, or we have no idea how things are going to unfold, in order to be a 2, it's really about navigating with any energy that comes your way. You're just very graceful, and you kind of go with the flow. You know how to bring balance. You're adaptive. We got a card facing up. Yeah, you're adaptive. And so, yeah, let's see. All right, so far we have 7 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, Page of Swords is our center card, the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Swords. All right, we'll get 2 more and then we'll finish it out. We got a couple extra. 4 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and let's keep the extra here. We'll take note of that. At the bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. And so this is about events taking off and unfolding very quickly, and this is about you needing to respond, right? Action, movement, change. But it's with clarity. We're talking about swords, so you have clarity. It's not random. But it's really being ready in your mind for when the moment comes. You've already seen yourself in action, so you're prepared. So let's talk. So center, we have Page of Wands, and so pages are an energy of youth, and oftentimes that talks about not yet being mature or having mastered something. So being in this space where you're still learning, pursuing, growing, understanding, self, really understanding self. And so the wand is passion, it's life, it's your soul, it's that fire, it's the thing inside of you that is you. Nobody has the same wand. It is uniquely powered by our own gifts. And so that's the space that you're in. I think you're excited about something, you're anticipating something, you're wanting something to come about, you're wanting something to unfold, you're ready for your wand to do its thing. And so what is it that you want to take off in life? We have conclusions are within reach. And so maybe in order for one thing to go, something has to end. Conclusions talk about endings, things coming to a close. And so maybe you're in this energy of excitement and anticipation, but things just have to happen in timing. Now, surrounding the wands, we have 2 energies. We have the 9 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So 9 of Swords, talks about not being able to have rest. The bird talks about chatter, but that's mental chatter. That's not having a clear mind. The thoughts that we're choosing to think, the thoughts that we can't stop from thinking are fogging our mind. But of course, there's change that we can do. This isn't the space that we live in forever, but this is about really needing to find peace in our mental space so that we can see how to move next, what to do next, where to go, And so when we're talking about showing the world the real you, how does that make you feel? Are you comfortable stepping into whatever your wand is? Remember, that's like our life force, our soul. That's your power. Are you comfortable with becoming new again, energetically? Right? I feel like, the wands are messengers. Sometimes they bring, sometimes they come to you. So you could have received this wand, or you're either ready to throw it out to see how it manifests and creates on its own, or this is something that's coming to you. And when it comes to you, you'll know exactly what to do, right? And so conclusions are within reach. And so this conclusion is kind of like your wand. That's your restart. That's your moment of clarity. That's the cue. That's the sign that it's time to go and to grow. It's time to release. It's time to elevate. And when you are growing and expanding, all of that is happening within self, right? The Wheel of Fortune, right? So we get this wand. It could be good news. It could be a good message. It's an opportunity of some sort for us to engage in something that we are passionate about. And then that's what brings the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. And this is about, the times have finally turned where things are moving in your favor. The energy is shifting. And maybe you were afraid that this conclusion was not going to come, but it comes, right? And when it comes, it's a sign of a change. It's a sign of something moving in your direction. That's beautiful. Now, the Wheel of Fortune talks could bring grief. Sometimes good news and good change, it doesn't all have to be comfortable. And so when we're talking about understanding that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, maybe there is something that has to be let go or lost or released as this new time, this new change shifts. Of course, it's necessary, but it doesn't mean it's always something that we're comfortable with releasing. And so Spirit says that if you have trouble allowing things to be let go as you step into this new, really take the opportunity to value it, to appreciate it, but not to mourn it, but to celebrate it, right? Beneath the Page of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles. And so before you get the news, before you get the momentum to go into what comes next, this is kind of what was happening beneath the surface. This is almost like the subconscious or things that we weren't aware of, or, the events that preceded the current space we're in. And so Four of Pentacles, that talks about, 4 is about stability and security, right? Those are numbers that are very detailed and focused and practical, right? They're planning for the best, but they're also planning for the worst. And sometimes they have to limit themselves. Sometimes they have to hold on to things in order to secure themselves in the future. And so that's what 4s are about. And so 4 of Pentacles, that's about securing, money or securing something tangible, because you need to see it and have it for a later time to come. But the good thing is that prosperity lies ahead. And so sometimes I think Spirit's reminding us that in order for this life to be fluid and to change, we have to be comfortable with the shifts, right? So whether you are actually holding on to a person, place, or thing, or finances in some way because you're afraid of maybe drought or not having something at another time, we almost have to release in order to gain more, right? When we use these 4 pentacles, we're going to need more, but we always have to be calling in more by not holding on to people, places, things, energies, thoughts, and beliefs that don't prepare and propel us towards gain. And so that's the tricky part about the 4 of Pentacles, not being so stuck on having less that we're afraid to go after more. And so the message is, listen, prosperity lies ahead. You can go after it. You can go get it. Like, this thing is alive. Don't be afraid to jump in. Don't be afraid to try. Surrounding this energy of kind of being stagnant and kind of reflecting is the 7 of Swords and a 6 of Wands. All right, so let's talk about this. The 7 of Swords, I'm just going to be honest, when this card comes up in my old readings, I'm like, not again, but I think the way I identify with it is a little different. But typically 7 of Swords is about, not revealing all your cards, right? And this could be your energy. This could be a time where you kind of have to move in silence. You have to oh God, I'm looking at these 2 cards together. Anyway, it could be you moving in silence, or something in your environment is not as it seems. There are some things, that are hidden, right? There's something happening behind the scenes that we're just not sure of. And it could be true deceit and deception. Like, it could be like a real deal, not good thing, but sometimes it just is, so let me just talk about this. I saw the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles, and it's like, this guy moving towards the lady and she's holding her purse. And so maybe at some point you experience some kind of loss or theft, or somebody did deceive you or take something from you. And I don't know if this can be humor, if you can find humor in it, but the card that comes up is humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And so when we go through situations, You as a two being able to adapt with life, whether it brings you the good or the bad. This is the ability that you have. Um, Even when we go through times that are dark, or people cross our paths, that have done something harmful or kind of scarred or wounded us or affected our outlook into the world. When people have done something, it kind of taints us. But the beauty in you is humor, is that even when situations happen that were to pull us down or to harm us in some way or to knock us off our path, you choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And so if you find humor or make something humorous, that's really a light way for you to deal with pain, right? You bring joy to it somehow, some way. And that's really understanding that life is life and it gives you all types of experiences. But to talk about them is the blessing, because you're here, you're still here, right? So it's the fact that we have breath, that we can choose, what am I going to do with this breath that I still have after I've been through this event, right? And so we have to choose what we hold on to. But Spirit's message could be, listen, if somebody literally took something from you, prosperity lies ahead. Like, it's not over. On the opposite side of the Four of Pentacles, we have the Six of Wands. This is victory. This is being in the spotlight for you, overcoming. Before you get to the Six of Wands, you're at the Five of Wands, and that's like conflict, battle, but it's really moments to strengthen and to train. It may feel strenuous when we're going through those struggles in life, but those are really workouts in the gym, and they can happen in any experience in life. But anything where we have to bulk up our own ability, it prepares us for the Six of Wands, for stepping into spotlight. And so whatever moments you've gone through where you've had to learn to protect yourself, where you've been through situations with others, it has taught you something. All of that was propelling you to the Six of Wands, where you step into some type of victory, where you're being recognized for something that you strengthened through, right? We had discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. And so listen, situations happen. We have fun with life. We find the good in the situations, even if they appear to be all bad. We can always locate something, some wisdom we can take. Spirit says prosperity lies ahead. And with discipline, the Six of Wands is yours, right? So what is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that you want to set your mind to? Even if it seems you were under attack, or if somebody was attempting to do something to harm you or to stop you from gaining or advance, what's yours is yours. And that's the Six of Wands. And so it's about discipline. And sometimes, yes, sometimes the Seven of Wands are moments for us to gain discipline. Sometimes we are challenged through through events in life that teach us discipline. And so overcoming struggle gives us some type of discipline where we never lose the goal. You never lose the focus or the mission. And the gain is the Six of Wands, the victory, that the struggle didn't take you off your path. You surpassed the mission, right? And so the wheel is turning in your favor. The wheel is turning in your favor. If something has to be released, let it go. Appreciate it, celebrate it, but don't mourn and don't grieve. Celebrate the life, right? If it's a physical life, even, condolences. But something is coming for you, right? And energy is coming into your life if something has been removed from it. Now, this Page of Wands, this wand, it could be something you've received of good news or something that you want to throw out because you have faith in its ability to take off. You're tossing it towards the Knight of Pentacles right above, and that's what you want. You want to plant seeds of prosperity. You want to grow something. You want to harvest something. And you literally have the Seven of Pentacles on the opposite side, which talks about needing to be patient as you grow, as you create, as you wait for what you have invested your time and energy and heart and soul in to really materialize into something. So the Knight of Pentacles, again, is patient, They're prosperous. They have a plan. They're focused. They're committed. They're dedicated, right? These are passionate people who have something and want to pursue it. This is a young, a young, savvy, business kind of type of energy. Somebody who has faith. They know they have something and they're going after it. And they're intentional about where they plant their seeds, how they plant them, who they plant them with. This is an energy that has really thought out something. They have seen the landscape. This is not an impulsive thing. And so that's the energy you sit in once this wheel of fortune turns. You're surrounded by the Seven of Wands. So you had this victory, but guess what? The struggle's not over, because once you're elevated to receive this, you get to the Seven of Wands, which talks about, listen, you've come to a place of peace. You've come to trust what you know within. Seven is about introspection. It's about going within. It's a number that is like, these are the knowledgeable, the people who just know things. They know what they know. This is an energy of really being connected with the fire within you, right? And using your passion and all of that to kind of elevate, just being in your own bubble, right? You are so secure in what you possess, what you know, what you have, and your potential, and you just find peace in where you are. And you just know what you know. And how beautiful is that? The Nine of Swords, not being able to rest, but then moving to the Seven of Wands, right? This is like Zen, total Zen. But it also talks about you're protected. You are protected. Your growth, your ascension, your dreams, your goals, the things that you created, you are protected. And so make peace your priority. The Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that talks about events unfolding and you being wise in your ability to respond to change and react. And so the Seven of Wands, I said, is about intuition and introspection. That's going within to find the answers. And so being prepared for the change requires you to envision it and to see it before it gets here, right? This bike, this motorcycle is within reaching distance, but the bow is on the back. Like, you are ready and prepared for what's to come. You're not in dress clothes, right? You got sneakers, you've got shorts, this is about being prepared for the moment, having all the tools you need, being very clear-minded and unafraid. And so that's what you do when you sink into the space of solitude, when you go within to really find your zen and to trust in what you know. You're finding the energy that pushes you to respond to the Knight of Swords, the events, the change, what's coming. You found it all within. You know what to do. But Spirit's message is, guess what? Take time to breathe out. You have won something. You have leveled up in some kind of way. So take time to breathe out. When you're planning and surveying and really deciding what you are going to do next, breathe, relax, rest in your own ability. So you're walking into this space of harvest. This is where you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. And it takes time for gain to be visible, right? It takes time. But you have to have faith and you have to have trust and you have to be tender in your approach. We have gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. How beautiful, right? And so when we're growing, when we're harvesting, when we're planting seeds, before we even put the seed in the ground, we are thankful for what's to come, right? We're putting it in the ground, having faith that it will mature into something. And so that's that space of gratitude. We're thankful for it when it's in our hand. We're thankful for it what's in the ground. We're thankful for it as we're watering it, as we're giving it light. We're thankful for it when we see it sprout, right? So whether we can see its growth or not see its growth, we're thankful. That's gratitude. And gratitude is a key component in nurturing these seeds in order to get them to grow. True fact. Now, the two extra cards that came out, let's talk about them. We have Eight of Wands. So that's another movement card. You know, the Chariot, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. So you've got two clear cards that talk about change. This talks about momentum. And so when momentum comes, this is about capitalizing on it. Look at the progression. Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, Eight of Wands. You are collecting and building upon something within you. And so this is about capitalizing, taking control and really using this in your favor. And the extra, how beautiful, 10 of Cups. So this talks about love, happily ever after, you know, really being content, having relationships in life that are fruitful, that build you up, having unions and connections that are fluid, that are emotionally available and peaceful for all, right? This is about just an energy of thriving between self and others, right? So combine this. So we talked about twos. We talked about you motivated by love and partnership. And so whatever these seeds are, whatever you're growing, whatever you're grateful for, whatever you want to see come alive in life can include a happily ever after. It can include something involving a family, your family, you know? And so patience, you have a plan, you've focused, you are protected. You know, sometimes the Seven of Wands can talk about, you know, now that we're elevated, all eyes are on us and not everybody may be comfortable with the way things take off for us, but you are protected. So make peace your priority no matter what's happening around you, right? And as you plan, make sure you're also taking time to breathe out. But be grateful for the harvest that is to come. Be patient. Know it's coming, you know, and it can come faster than we think. But nonetheless, it's going to bring happiness and bliss and contentment and satisfaction, not just to you, but to others, those that you care about. All right, twos, I'm hoping this was helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by. Take care.